Welcome. This is a Yin Yoga practice for grief. For the next 30 minutes, allow yourself this time to be held. For this class, you'll need 2 blocks and a bolster or pillows, and maybe an eye mask for at the end. When you're ready, come down onto your back and take a moment to settle. Close your eyes or soften the gaze. Maybe bringing one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Take a slow inhale through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth. Take another breath like this. We'll take a physiological sigh together. Take one inhale through the nose, and then another short inhale, and then open the mouth and sigh it out. Take one more like this, in through the nose, in again, and exhale. And then let the breath return to normal. And just notice any softness in the body now. Grief shows up in many ways, whether it's grieving the loss of a person, grieving a past version of yourself, maybe due to illness, or grieving a life that's changed. This practice is a space to put some of that down. And as you breathe here, maybe just bring a little bit of movement into the head and the neck, rolling the head from side to side. And then on the next inhale, bring the knees in towards the chest and give yourself a big hug. Maybe rocking on the spine from side to side. Just giving yourself a little massage. Maybe even bringing the head in towards the knees for a bigger hug. And then releasing the head back down and slowly making your way into a fetal position on your right hand side. And just using the hands as a pillow underneath the head. And rest here for a few moments. There's no need to rush. And in your own time, make your way up to a cross-legged seat. And then bring your left hand to the right side of the chest and the right hand to the left side. And interlace both thumbs so the thumbs sit in the middle of the chest. And just start to begin to gently tap the chest. Sync in the movement with the breath. Feel the warmth of your own hands and just allow the taps to bring you down to earth and to regulate the nervous system. And then slowly release the hands and bring the hands to the top of the arms and just start to move them slowly over the arms, up and down the arms to the wrists, to the tips of the fingers, and let the touch be soft and intentional. And then move the hands across the legs from the hips down to the feet. And then find stillness and take a few cleansing breaths here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll move into our first Yin poses now. So let's start by coming into tabletop. And from here we'll set up for Sphinx Pose. So bring the bolster or pillows underneath the chest, and then just shuffle the legs back slightly so you can come to lay on your front with the prop below the chest. Bring the forearms to the mat out in parallel. Let the belly soften into the ground. And then when you've found a position, just allow the head to drop. This pose creates a gentle opening through the front of the body. Areas that tend to close off when we're holding things in. We're not forcing anything to open here. We're just creating space and noticing what's there. Grief isn't something to rush through. It's a response to something that mattered, or still matters. And if emotion arises, allow it. Notice anywhere that you might be holding on, and see if you can let go a little. Whether that's letting go in your physical body, the mental body, or in your emotional body. Just let it go. Three more breaths here. In your own time now, start to lift the head, and then just roll your support out of the way, putting it to one side, and bend into the elbows and stack the hands to form a nice little pillow for the head, and just rest the head down. Take your time to rest and allow the pose to integrate. gently start to bring yourself back up to tabletop, and we'll come into a supported child's pose. So bring the knees towards the edge of the mat and place the bolster or the pillows as a support lengthways on the mat. And then just begin to melt down into your support. Really take your time here to find the most comfortable position. And if it feels like too much, you can simply lay down. And notice how it feels to fully be held, to feel safe and supported. And just know that this pose is always available to you whenever you need to invite that feeling in. Take one more breath here, and then slowly start to peel yourself back up, walking the hands in to sit on the heels, and clearing the mat of any props. And from here we'll come into supported fish pose. So just come to sit onto your mat, and I'll show you a couple of options with the props. So the first option is using the blocks, bringing one onto a slightly higher setting underneath the shoulder blades, and then a second block on a lower setting for underneath the head. So the chest is lifted and the head is dropped slightly lower. For a softer variation, you can use your bolster or your pillows. Option 2, bring the bolster underneath the shoulder blades and let the head just rest off the bolster. Decide which version you prefer, and then start to find stillness. Let the chest expand. Allow the heart to open. It can feel like quite a vulnerable pose, because grief is often held around the heart space. And when something changes or when somebody leaves, this space can feel tight and quite heavy. And our instinct can be to close off and to protect. If you're grieving, it can bring up a lot of emotions. Sadness, frustration, anger. And if they arise, do your best to not push away the feelings that surface. Feel what you need to feel. All of it belongs here. Take another breath here. And then nice and slowly start to bring yourself back up. Shuffle any props out of the way, and then just lower yourself down to lie flat on your back, completely resting, in full surrender. And in your own time, we'll make our way back up to a seat. So just coming back into that fetal pose on your right side for a brief pause, and then just pushing yourself back up to a seat. And we'll come into our next pose from here, which is our supported forward fold. So you can use the blocks to stack them underneath the forehead, or you can use the bolster for a little softer support. See what feels most comfortable. Allow the head to rest fully. Let the back body soften without any effort or force. And this is a more internal place. Breathe into the back body. And with every exhale, soften that little bit more. And we'll be here for a few more breaths. So use these final breaths to bring yourself back to the present, back to the here and now. And then nice and slow, roll yourself back up, stacking the spine and then just placing the prop to one side. And just take a few breaths with the hands resting on the legs. And then let's make our way into our final posture, which is our supine butterfly. So bringing the bolster or pillows long ways underneath the back, and then bringing the soles of the feet to touch. The knees fall into either side of the mat. If you want a bit of extra support, you can bring the blocks underneath the thighs. option to extend the arms overhead for a heart opener. This pose works into both the hips and the heart. The hips often hold what hasn't been processed, and the heart reflects how we relate to it. So this pose becomes a meeting point. And if anything surfaces, just allow it. Let the body be fully supported, even if the mind isn't there yet. If the arms are overhead, just bring them back down by the sides. And just feel that release in the shoulders. And for these last few breaths, just bring your awareness to that heart space. And just notice its steady rhythm. Always there. And always ready to give love. Move the blocks out of the way and just extend the legs out long, keeping the spine supported on the props. Take a few breaths here. And let's make our way now into our final rest, into Savasana. So just slowly bring yourself back up. And then you've got the option to bring the bolster or pillows underneath the knees if you want any extra support. Or you're welcome to lie completely flat. And then lower yourself down, maybe using an eye mask over the eyes, just to bring yourself inwards a little bit more. Let's take one deep breath in through the nose, and then open the mouth, sigh it out. Allow the breath to settle. Grief often comes in waves, like our breath. As you lay here, visualize the ocean in front of you. Notice how each wave rises and crashes. Imagine waves rolling in and out of shore, in tune with your breath. Your breath controlling the ocean. The wave coming into shore is love and peace. And the wave leaving is grief. Your breath is your anchor, and each exhale allows you to let go a little bit more. Notice how the body feels, knowing that it is held. Let yourself be supported. Take a few more breaths here. And then slowly begin to bring some movement back in. Wiggling the fingers and the toes and maybe stretching overhead. And then bring the knees into the chest. And find that hug again and gently rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. And in your own time, roll over onto one side and let's rest in that fetal pose for one last time. And then slowly bring yourself back up to a seat. Keeping the eyes down closed. Bring the hands together and start to rub the hands to create some heat. And then place the hands on the chest like we did before. And just feel that warmth in the heart space. Take a big breath. And then bring the hands together again to create some more heat. And this time placing them over the eyes. And then just slowly blinking the eyes open behind the palms of the hands. And then you can lower the palms and come back to the space. Bring your hands into prayer and bow the head in gratitude for yourself, for showing up for yourself today. I'll see you next time.